An interesting story. Check out the anime girls over here. I don't know, some of these girls look like they do not want to be doing this job, but I don't blame them. But some of them look happy to be doing it. Like, the other business that is huge here is cosplay. So they have these different businesses like the Maid Cafe and I don't know, different drinking places that you can go where these girls will be dressed up and they'll be playing a specific character, and then you can come into the business and interact with them. So it's kind of like, it's good for lonely people, or if that's just the type of entertainment that you prefer. I don't know what this guy's saying here, but here's a KFC chicken right here. Now KFC is very popular for certain holidays, like Christmas holiday here in Japan. A lot of people go to KFC, like that's their thing. But they probably only go on Christmas. I'm still gonna try to find another place that potentially sells electronics to see if I could do a price comparison on that capture card. All right, now we're getting up here to the main street. This is the main street over here, from my understanding. So you guys can see, like, look how far this goes down. This is like a gaming festival going on over here. I can't even estimate how many people are out here right now. It might be like 100,000, 200,000 people out here, because we're only looking at what we can see inside, or rather outside right now. But a lot of these buildings have a lot of people. Today is kind of warmer than normal. It's actually cooling off a little bit right now, so that's kind of nice, to be quite honest, because much earlier it was much hotter outside. So I think since the sun is going down, then it's kind of cooling off a little bit, which is nice. All right, so over here, this is another, like I was telling you about these cosplay places. It's like a Maid Cafe, Maid Dreaming. And you basically go in and the girls are dressed up and they're like, you're made for the day. So they come by and they ask you, what do you want? You order your food and drinks, and then they sing songs to you, and I don't know, just like I was saying, another cosplay type of place. And there's tons of that business going on down here. I'm gonna walk down here just because I don't think I've been down here, and I might run up on another electronics store where I can do a price comparison on that USB dongle. I'm not sure if this is an electronics store or not. I mean, almost everything is either electronics or gaming or something like that. So it looks like this is an advertisement right up here for some festival that's going to be happening. Well, I guess they said 3:30, so I guess that's today. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go into the store and ask about this USB don't actually no, that's got like hair stuff, and this is like an appliances kind of store. All right, so I guess I'm not gonna go in there. Looks like they're selling those anime character stuff over there. Now normally you don't want to cross against the light, but as you can see, the street is blocked off over here already, so I think it's okay to cross against the light. Another thing that is very popular here is pachinko. So what pachinko is it's like, it's kind of like slot machines, but it's got like a gaming kind of screen on it. It's a little bit different than what you would see in a casino in the US, but somewhat similar. So here, these machines are going to have like kind of like a storyline to it, kind of, where you're hitting these buttons just like a regular slot machine. You hit the button, you might win, you might not, but then some of them have these balls that roll out. Like if you hit a certain bonus or something like that, these balls will roll out, and then you have to try to aim the balls back up to hit certain targets, and then if you hit the certain targets, then you can actually get more bonuses. Here's some more little anime girls over here. The anime girls businesses must be booming over here, because Akihabara is staying in business over here. You guys are keeping them in business, and all you tourists coming over here going to Japan to come see anime, you guys are putting good money in their pockets over here. So don't never complain when you don't have no money in your pocket if you're coming over here to spend your money on seeing these anime girls. And for the people that live here, I don't know, it's crazy, because I went to one of these establishments one time and I saw a lot of people, a lot of like single guys that came in there. Now I went with some friends, so it wasn't like just being a regular single guy in there, but basically all these guys will just come in here like they're lonely, and they come see these girls like every single week, and they spend their money with these girls every single week. They come in, they might just pop in over their lunchtime and then go spend like 3,000 yen with them for a little small stuffed animal, and then they'll wave at the girl and then smile at the elevator. I don't know what that's about, but it seems like kind of like a sad existence to me if that's what you're doing and how you're spending your money. Now on the game show, I talk about some specific behaviors that have the capacity to ruin your life, but for the purposes of this channel, I'm not going to get into all that, because this is more or less like a kind of a vacation type video. Maybe this is a little bit more family friendly than the other game show. Here's another area that is super packed over here. This is like the place to be right now over here. Okay, so this is some type of pachinko right here. And then this is probably pachinko too. So these pachinko places be having long lines. Some of these pachinko places have long lines and long waits to get in. Yeah, so I think that's pachinko back there. I think that's pachinko. All right, I'm gonna try with this store here and ask. I'm gonna go up to this guy right here and ask him just as a joke. Sumimasen, USB-C HDMI dongle. USB-C HDMI dongle. Kono. HDMI dongle. Okay, so I went in there and they didn't have it either. So I think I've asked for this product at 1, 2, 3, 4 places now, and only one place had itchy. Only one place actually had the product or the item that I was looking for. Now I do realize that like this is not a super popular product and not everybody would be looking for this type of item, but this looks to me like it's a gaming place. So
Literally, you are my special everywhere. Everywhere.
let me back up and get a picture of this Pac-Man ghost up here. So this is Namco, Bandai Namco. So this is definitely a gaming center right here. This is not my thing necessarily. This is like probably like teenagers and stuff like that go here, but I don't think that it's going to be like games that most adults are probably gonna want to play. But then again, I could be wrong. Then downstairs it looks like they got this anime, they got some anime stuff for sale down here. I mean, they got anime stuff for sale everywhere. Alright, so they got this thing over here, this Pop Life thing. I'm about to pop my head in here. Konnichiwa. Okay, this looks like a main street over here. Pretty interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna find my way back to the station. I see this is the Akihabara JR station, but that's not gonna work for me. I need to find the regular station when I go back finally. All right, I'm gonna walk back this way because this appears to be like the center of the action. Plus I want to go back down and find the one store that I definitely do know about and find out if they have, well, I already know they have it, so I just want to go down to this other collectible store so I can show you guys like the scale of how popular this is. I mean, you can see obviously how popular anime is, because right now all of these fans are out here, not necessarily for anime. There's probably a lot of tourists out here, but like I was saying when I was at the restaurant earlier, I specifically heard the group of 20-something guys talking about this. So I know for a fact that they structured their time around being able to come over to this anime, I'm not sure what you call it, convention. It's probably a convention. Some of these side streets are super skinny. It's like another game shop. This looks like a kind of like a anime cards or something like that. Ah, so these are anime cards. These are graded. Like, I don't know anything about this stuff, so. But you could tell most of these are less than $10 American money. This one right here is almost $100. This right here is $200 US money. This right here is over $400. So this must be a rare card. And then you can see 22,000 yen. I mean, that's, I don't know, maybe that's a lot of money. Maybe it's not a lot for me. But it's actually pretty interesting. Alright, I'm about to get up out of here because this isn't really my thing here. Got the yummies on deck for all those that like that kind of food. This is the wire guy right over here. You need some wire, come see him. Right over here. My USB capture card over here. I do not see it. Display port. I see HDMI stuff, but I don't see any capture. I can't wait till I get home where I can plug that capture card in. You guys have no idea. I don't know what that is over there. Got the vending machines over here. I think I'm about to take a vending machine break and buy one of these. I don't know what that is. That's okay. So these are hot drinks, and then these are cold drinks up here. Let's see what I got. I think I'm gonna try this up here. Nah, that's a banana drink. Nah, no thank you. I think I'm gonna try I'm gonna try this one, this cool pineapple soda right here. So it's 130 yen. So these coins are 100 yen, and then this one is a 50 yen right here. So, all right, kicked out my change right over there. All right, got my drink. Here, I'll just post up over here. It's actually pretty good. It tastes just like a pineapple, like Fanta or something like that for you flavored drink people. All right, I'll be right back in a second after I finish this drink off. All All right, it appears as if they are clearing the streets off again so traffic can come back. I don't know how easy that's gonna be for them. It looks like down there they got it cleared off, but it looked to me like the police just came by and were telling people to get out of the street. I don't speak that well of Japanese, and I don't understand it that well, but you can kind of pick up on body language and tone of voice to be able to understand people. Like yesterday when I went to the store and the lady told me, oh, please do not record. Now typically I'm not even going to record when I go into the store because I think a lot of tourists get kind of like a bad reputation for being here in Japan and trying to, you know, be a streamer and doing outlandish things, breaking the law, being disrespectful in public, talking loud on the train, doing all types of things that you should not actually be doing here. So I think it's important when you come to another country that you kind of respect their culture, you know, try to learn their customs, try to learn a little bit about their language. That way when you come here you're not gonna stick out. Otherwise, if you just come here and, you know, try to bring your habits from your country and you're loud and you're obnoxious and you want to throw your trash on the street and you want to cross against the light and things like that, that's not gonna go over well here. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you're going to get in trouble for it, but you're creating a bad impression for tourists and tourists that look like you. So me specifically being, you know, of a specific ethnicity, when I come over here I'm actually representing people that look like me. So if I come over here with bad behavior, then these people here are gonna attribute that bad behavior to the next person that comes to this country that looks like me. So am I in charge of everybody's behavior? No. Am I anybody's parent? No, I'm not. But at least on a micro level, I'm actually gonna come over here and represent myself well so they can see that I'm not some unsophisticated person that doesn't understand their language. I understand enough about their language, I understand enough about their culture, I understand enough about their mannerisms so I could actually somewhat try to fit into this country over here while I'm visiting. Okay, so you got these guys wearing these VR goggles over here or whatever. That's bad. Hey, that's bad behavior. Come on now. But they're not representing me, so that's fine. You guys do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm actually gonna do one of these times? I'm gonna do a video of the ladies of Tokyo. I'm gonna go to these different areas and I'm gonna take video of the different women that you can see over here so you can get an idea. Like over here I showed you, there's all these like anime people over here doing this anime thing. So, but if you go to other areas, they're not necessarily into anime. And depending on the time of day it is, if it's during the business day, it might be a little bit of a different crowd. So if you go to Ginza, for example, that's like the financial district, you're going to be able to see a lot of people dressed up in various different types of like business attire. Now I will say this over here, there's a lot of people that are automatically just more conservative with the way that they dress and the way that they carry themselves. They're not going to be wearing short mini skirts. They're not going to be wearing certain things that you might see in other places. This pile of trash right here, this is kind of like an anomaly. You're not going to see trash on the street too much over here. I can only imagine that you're seeing this on trash on the street because this is some type of festival. I'm gonna leave my can there in just 1 second when I finish with this drink because it looks like it's okay. Someone's gonna come and clean that up at some point here, but normally, have you noticed, you don't see any trash cans. There's no trash cans out here. Like in the US, there might be a trash can right here on the corner, but there's no trash can on the corner over here because you pretty much have to take your garbage with you. Wherever you go, if you create garbage, you got to take that, put it in your bag, figure it out. If you go into a restaurant or something, you might be able to sneak and throw something into their garbage, but don't walk in. And if you did go into a restaurant and ask them if you could throw your garbage away, they would probably be okay with it. More than likely, they'd be okay with it. Especially if you purchased food from them and then you wanted to discard your wrappers or your cups or whatever, yeah, they would definitely take it. All right, so I started off all the way down there and I kind of walked the back streets all the way over here. I pretty much went all the way down to the end, and I did also go on some of these other side streets too, just to give you a little kind of taste of what it's like over here in Akihabara. There's a lot going on and tons of electronic stores, tons of people, tons of tourists over here today that are over here experiencing this specific area for this. I don't know if this is a convention or whatever it is. All right, I'm gonna drop my trash over there just like everybody else. See, they got cameras up there. Look, they got you on Big Brother status over here, but that's no different than anywhere else that you probably go in the world. There's gonna be somebody watching you wherever you go at this particular point. So, all right, I'm gonna walk down this street right here. Look, it's completely packed. Like, all of the people have been forced to get back onto the sidewalk right now because it looks like they're allowing traffic to come back through this particular street. I don't know what this is, but looks like this is some type of clothing store right here. Looks like men and women, business casual clothing. Just in case you need to make an appearance somewhere, you can go in there and get fresh. All right, so this block looks like they got random stuff. So that's like some type of luggage store. This is some kind of cafe. I don't know what that is. It looks like it's closed. Some type of souvenir store. They must be doing really well to be closed up today. Same for this other place right here. They must get the bag over here, because if you're closed on a day like this and you're avoiding all of this traffic, this right now is like a prime opportunity to be making a lot of money. I'm actually going to check this out. This looks like they might actually have what I'm looking for in here. So I'm going to run into this store. So it looks like I need to go to first floor. Second floor, 2F. So I'm gonna go to the second floor, 2F over here, and I'm gonna find out if they have that USB-C to HDMI capture card. So I'm gonna go in and say Kono USB-C to HDMI capture card onigashimasu, and see what they say. This looks like cables, USB cables. Oh, it might be over here. So these like USB to LAN over here. But I know I'm hot. I know I am very hot right over here. Mini B, Cat 6, Micro B, HDMI, HDMI, display port, HDMI. I don't think this is it. Nah, that's not it. Okay, video on demand. I don't know what this is, but this probably isn't what I'm looking for. This looks like a device that you use to watch TV, stream TV with. I don't know. I'm gonna ask the guy over here because I don't see it. Let me ask this guy. Excuse me. Kono HDMI to USB-C capture card onigashimasu. He's not answering. I gotta go find somebody else. All right, so I just asked them. They do not have it here. So I guess I got lucky when I went to that one store and asked them, because none of these other stores appear to have it. But this is a nice store here. I really had only been to Akihabara maybe once, so I did not know. I didn't know how much electronic stores they have over here, but they have everything. Now the other thing that's very interesting, that's a little bit different about here versus the US, is that in the US they don't sell software like this at the electronic stores anymore. So if you go to Best Buy, they're only going to have a very limited selection of these various different products. Like they're going to have an office product for you. They might have a productivity. They're going to have this Norton. I mean, that's Norton, I can tell. And maybe a other little handful of softwares for you. But they're not going to have this wide selection. And then the other thing that I see here is that some of these softwares are still available on DVD, where you're not going to be able to find that. This is a Blu-ray and DVD, so they don't even sell that anymore in the US. Everything's like a download. But over here, as I just showed you earlier, they have a huge retro, they have a very huge retro gaming selection and demand. And then there's still all those other businesses that are selling used computers. Now in the US there are used computer places, however there's not used computer stores like they have over here. Like over here, I've seen way more used computer stores, and a lot of demand still yet for used computers, which I do not really see over in the US. This is all gaming stuff, gaming hardware, SSD, and then they got this whole section back here. This looks like it's all gaming back here. I'm not even gonna go back there because I might end up buying something if I run back here. But this thing looks interesting. What is this? Mad Cats. So this looks like some type of gaming project. Evangelion. I don't know if that's a controller. This doesn't appear to be a controller. This looks like a whole gaming system to me. But as you can see, gaming is like huge over here. Alright, I'm about to get up out of this store. They have way too much electronics here. Now, as you can see, a lot of these computers are running Microsoft Windows operating system, but these are not, and they still have kind of standard hardware. So like this is Asus. I know that, I recognize that brand. These are all Asus PCs. This is a Gigabyte. I've heard of that before. Not high-end at all. The Gigabyte is not high-end. These are all Asus. And then this is EC or 3C. I don't know. But they do have Intel Core processors. They got NVIDIA GeForce RTX graphics. So NVIDIA is pretty much taking over the graphics space. There used to be a couple of other main players in the space, but NVIDIA's kind of took over. So all right, so this is an Intel, this is a Lenovo. So that's Lenovo, this is Dell, that's Dell. So these are all American brands, and then they had a couple of other American brands over there. But beyond that, all of those other PCs were like, those were not, they're not brands that are from the US. See, like this, what is this? This is Asus, okay, I've heard of that. HP, all right, yeah, HP. Then this looks like it's Alienware. I think that's a Dell. But you see, this is in Japanese, so I don't read Japanese well enough to be able to operate one of these PCs. I could do probably the basics. I could probably boot it up, but after that, I'm gonna be in trouble. I don't know, I think these are kind of interesting. I'm wondering what this is. This looks like it's got a PlayStation button on it. So maybe this is like a gaming joystick or something that gamers can use to play. Because it is right by the controllers up here, so This is probably a gaming. Oh, this is a fighting joystick. So all of your buttons are up here. Okay, now I see what it is. So for all you people that like to do the fighting games, you have all your buttons right here, so you don't have to cramp your hands doing all this stuff like that, because all your buttons are right here. Ah, so that's kind of like a cheat code. So now when you're playing against somebody that's a serious gamer, especially if they're a fighting gamer type of person, you might be at a disadvantage if they got one of those, because if you're on here, you got to use both hands and do this, but on here your hands are relaxed. So you might have an advantage when you're gaming using one of these. Okay, so this is the PlayStation Razer Kitsune all button optical arcade controller. Right. See, you don't even see stuff like this over in the US. So FYI gamers, if you're playing against somebody else from another country, they might be on one of these right here, and you might be at a disadvantage if you're on one of those. I don't know, just my personal thought. All right, I'm about to get up out of here, take this escalator down. All right, this seems kind of interesting. What is this, a tablet? Okay, so these are Wacom tablets. So you have a remote control, and then this appears to be a tablet. Ah, so you can draw on here. Wow. I mean, I'm not into this sort of thing. I know that they do have Wacom. I mean, I'm familiar with Wacom. They've been in the game for a long time, but I haven't seen anything like this at Best Buy. I think I did see a tablet at Best Buy, but this is kind of high tech. So this says drawing with Wacom. Okay, so how much does one of this? This tablet is 89,800 yen. So that's going to be roughly 630 US dollars for that. Roughly. I can't say whether it's worth it or not because I don't draw, but then look, they got other stuff over here. I never even seen nothing like this before. Here, let me try this one out. Let's see if it's all right, let's go down here. Let's do it. Kind of hard to use. Ah, okay, I get it. Ah, okay, so you drag that down there, you drag that over like that, and then now I got all this space over here. So let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. I was trying to hook it up for you guys over here. But look, somebody came in here and drew that. Wow. This guy's over here is killing it right now on that. All right, so like I was saying, Akihabara is definitely like got the latest electronics over here. You don't see this type of stuff in other countries as much. Like there was at least 4 or 5 products over there that I never even saw, that I know for a fact that aren't available in the US. So, all right, we're back down on the first floor. All right, about to head to this exit over here. They did not have what I was looking for. Once again, this huge store right here. All right, I'm about to get back on the street where it's super crowded out here. Saying. Alright, I'm gonna keep walking down a little bit more to see what I can see over here. It says this is like, I don't know what that is, but it's based on anime. It's like another electronic store. Okay, so this is another Taito game station right here. So you got this people over here that go in and spend a bunch of money to win a stuffed animal. I don't know why, but hey. Okay, so this is another pachinko slot place. I was gonna go in there, but I didn't know about that. See, there's girls that don't even work in anime that just, they come and dress up like anime characters over here just for the fun of it. Like, okay, this looks like another electronics store. So it looks like I'll have to go up to the 5th floor for the capture card, or rather maybe I'll ask down on the 1st level. I'm gonna ask them if they have it here. All right, so I just asked them at this store and he said they have it here on this 2nd floor. So I'm gonna try to find it and find out how much that costs, just as a price comparison. I might grab another one because then I can show 2 screens at the same time if I really feel like I need to do that. I don't even know what this is. Alright, so I went in there. No, they did not have it there. But that's fine. I found it the first time, or the second store that I looked at. Tons more anime stuff. It's like a whole alley full of coin operated machines like that. Like I was saying, those are super popular. I showed you those at the Sky Tree yesterday. That looks like a specialty store right there. Got some little kawaii types of things in there. Looks like that's another Maid cafe. The food smells really good over here. I'm ready to check in over here and get some food at one of these places. The food smells so good. I think they do that on purpose. They turn up the grill and then they blow all the good food smells like outside here, so they can suck people into the restaurant. This is another little coin operated toys and whatever comes out of there, I don't know. So we've walked around here and I've showed you how many anime places there are. There's like unlimited anime places over here. I'm gonna walk down a little bit further. That looks like another anime gallery right there. You see the girls on the street trying to suck you in to these cosplay businesses primarily. I think the crowds are kind of dispersing a little bit. People are starting to go home right now. I looked it up. It's too far down. It's like another 15 minutes walk almost in the same direction that I'm going, and I'm gonna run into this train station before I get there. So over here, the train station is called the Chikatsu de Eki. So that's the train station. And then we went over the other things. I told you what the electronics store was called. And we're gonna walk back down here to this train station and jump on the train. All right, this is gonna be a very rare situation where you see a homeless person, okay? You don't see this. You don't see this over here. Now you guys see, I've walked all the way around. I've been walking for 2 hours. We have not seen any homeless people. We've seen one homeless person out of 100,000 people at least. We see no trash on the ground. The only trash you guys saw on the ground was in that pile of trash from the festival goers. But as you can see, very, very clean, very high standard of living. Definitely a high quality of life. Now it's worth mentioning that the literacy rate here in Japan, I don't know what that dude said to me. He's probably pissed off because I was recording, but anyways. It's worth noting that the literacy rate here is like close to 97% or higher. It might even be higher than that. Like, that's unheard of for any country, but definitely with this being a country that's developed, the literacy rate, I don't even know if there's another country in the world that has a higher literacy rate. I'd have to check into that statistic. All right, so I went to the wrong station. This side over here only services the line going the direction that I'm not going. So I actually had to come back out, and I'll be going over there across the street into that station, and then hopefully that's going to be the station on the side of the train line that I needed to be on. Since I just missed that train, another one will probably come along in about 5 minutes. So a train is called Chikatsu. As I was mentioned before, train line is, or train station is Chikatsu de Eki. And just train is Chikatsu. Train line is San. So they'll say San and then the number. And they'll tell you the platform and the number. So I think I'm in the right side now. This looks a little bit different. The wind is blowing down here, but then maybe again, maybe I'm still back in the same place. Honda. The computer was Shibuya. I don't even know. I have to see when I get up here. Alright. So I finally made it to the right train line. And I just missed the train because when I was going in, someone else was coming out of the same train gate. And I don't know if my fare registered or not when I used my Suica card. So the door is pretty much closed on me, so I'm waiting for this next train to show up here. Let's get a little bit of additional footage down here. We're jumping on this Ginza line right here. We're right here. Suri Katsuhirocho, and then we're going back that way. I kind of should have known that, but I didn't know. But as you can see, it's kind of written in English, so they call this Romanji because this represents the Roman letters that would be used in English. Otherwise, normally they don't have Romanji. It's going to be this. This is actually kanji. So kanji is the third more advanced written language that is based on the ancient language that derived from the Chinese language. So down here at the bottom, this is all pretty much kanji. It's all pretty much kanji. There's no hiragana, there's no katakana. This is all kanji as well. So I don't really understand any of these characters. They're kind of like pictures or characters, but I don't understand any of those. So right here, this is written in kanji mostly. Actually, they've got hiragana letters mixed in. Oh, the train is here. Taking a lot of stairs today. Doing a lot of walking. Definitely got my 10,000 steps in today. What do y'all think? Y'all think I did 10,000 steps? Were y'all counting? Okay, I'm down on the train platform. I think I actually just missed my train. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just missed the train I was supposed to be taking. However, another one will be here shortly. Yeah, another one will be here shortly.
元八幡行きが10両編成で到着します。ドアから離れてお待ちください。終点まで各駅に停まります。
Okay, so I have one correction to make. When I told you guys train was Chikatsu, that's actually station. Train is Densha. So train station is Chikatsu de Eki, and then train is Densha.